Hello everyone, my name is Esther Yohani Adendea, and in this video I will talk about a very interesting topic, that is tourism, and particularly we will talk about tourism in Indonesia. So here we go. Okay, but first of all, let us talk about what is the definition of tourism. So according to Encyclopedia Britannica, tourism is an act and process spending time away from home in pursuit of recreation, relaxation, and pleasure while making use of the commercial provision of service. Or we can simplify it as tourism is an activity that includes anything like vacation or visiting a places of tourist destination. And as we know that in Indonesia, many tourist destinations that we can visit from Sabang to Merauke. And we as an Indonesian society should be proud of our country because here we can say Indonesia is a tourism paradise. And undoubtedly, Indonesia itself has the potential to become a tourist country that is popular among foreign tourists. Whether it is a nature tourist destination, the culture, and many others, wonderful Indonesia tourist destination is really interesting to visit. Okay everyone, and the next is we will talk about the category of tourism types that have been set by Ministry of Travel that is exists in Indonesia. So the first category is natural tourism. Natural tourism is a tourism that based on the natural attraction of an area. This nature tourism is divided into three types, that is first, marine tourism, two, ecotourism, and the three is adventure tourism. First is marine tourism. This tourism that combines sailing and boating with vacation and holiday activities. Many great examples that you can find in Indonesia of this marine tourism, such as Labuan Bajo in East Nusa Tenggara, Komodo Island in Lombok, Raja Ampat in Papua, and Derawan in East Kalimantan. Maybe you are once visited those marine tourism that I have mentioned before. The second is ecotourism. Ecotourism is now defined as the responsible travel to the natural areas that conserve an environment, sustain the well-being of local people, and involves an interpretation and education. You can find any ecotourism in Indonesia like West Bali National Park, Flores Island, Sumba Island, and Gila Island in Nusa Tenggara Barat. The third is adventure tourism. This tourism is about connecting with a new culture or a new landscape and being physically active at the same time. For the example is trekking to the jungles in Sumatra, Mount Bromo and active volcano in East Java, and Mount Rinjani in Lombok. Okay everyone, we move to the second category, that is cultural tourism. Cultural tourism is a type of tourism in which the visitor essential motivation is to discover, learn, consume and experience the tangible and intangible cultural attraction or products in tourist destination. Cultural tourism is divided into three types. The first is heritage and pilgrim tourism, the second is culinary and shopping tourism, and the third is city and village tourism. The examples of heritage and pilgrim tourism that we can find in Indonesia, such as Candi Borobudur in Magelang, Candi Prambanan in Klaten, Masjid Laksamana Cengho in Pasuruan. The second is culinary and shopping tourism. The most popular one you can find the culinary and shopping tourism in Indonesia is Angkringan in Yogyakarta. The third is city and village tourism, refers to an activity of tourism which provide of different ways of life existed within both urban and rural space. The examples of this tourism is Desa Penglipuran in Bali, Tanah Toraja, Kota Tua Jakarta, and Wairebo in Flores. Okay everyone, we move to the last category, that is man-made tourism. Man-made tourism is one created by human in countries which located at touristic areas. The example of man-made tourism that you can find in Indonesia is the most sacred Hindu places in Bali, that is Tanah Lot Temple, you can see in this picture that I displayed, Uluwatu Temple, and Baitur Rahman Grand Mosque in Aceh. Everyone, I think that's all my explanation for the category of tourism types that have been set by Ministry of Travel in Indonesia. And by my explanation before, we can conclude that if tourist spots in Indonesia is not even less good than the other countries, right? And I think even this country can compete with other countries in the view with the many foreign tourists who are coming to Indonesia in order to holiday or just vacation and business in Indonesia. And we must also preserve it and fully support the tourist attraction in this country so that Indonesia is progressing and can reach the peak of success in terms of tourism industry. However, because of the impact of COVID-19 pandemic that spreads in various countries, especially Indonesia has gotten a lot of bad impact. It is certainly a bad impact on tourism industry in Indonesia. For examples, like many hotels that have been closed due to the drastic decrease of visitors or tourists who need to use hotels because of social distancing and government orders for stay at home. However, we know that the prohibition of masses gathered in particular place, whereas we know that if tourist destination must be always fulfilled by people. Therefore, many tourist destinations are deserted visitors and this clearly affects the income and the sector of economy. I have read a news about how COVID-19 impacts on tourism industry in Indonesia. So the news said if Indonesia tourism sector, the industry hardest hit by COVID-19 is projected to take a long time to recover. Also, we don't know when this pandemic will end, but we still hope and pray that if this pandemic will end soon and all conditions, especially in tourism sectors, will recover. Okay everyone, I think that's all my explanation for tourism in Indonesia. And to close this video, I would like to give you a quote. That said, travel is the only thing you buy that makes you richer. Okay everyone, I think that's all and thank you for all your attention and see you.